Prime Minister is leaving for France. The Prime Minister to reach Paris at 4 p.m. Ceremonial welcome awaits Prime Minister Narendra Modi. France lays out red carpet for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It's a rare honor for India on Bastille Day. Mega diaspora outreach in France. That's the big breaking news. You're getting visuals of the Prime Minister leaving for France. Geeta Mohan now joins us for the latest on this. Geeta, how significant and strategic is this particular meeting between India and France going to be? I ask that as the Prime Minister leaves for France.
Well, this is, Chetty, the first time, it's not the first time, but a rare honor for India, where France has invited the Indian Premier as the guest of honor for the Bastille Day. Bastille Day parade every year does not see a foreign dignitary as chief guest, and this is the first time that India is going to be represented as the chief guest at the Bastille Day parade in France. When parade, when you see the contingents march down Champs-Élysées. So it is very important. That is going to happen tomorrow. He will be reaching today around 12:30 in Paris, local time, and the day will begin with a lot of meetings. He is going to meet the Prime Minister and the chair of the upper house, as also the Indian community event, where while it is not going to be a huge Indian diaspora event, it is going to be a significant one. And he's going to meet with the Indian community, interact with them. That is going to happen today itself, quite late in the night in Paris. And the significance of the visit is also not just to do with the fact that India and France have been traditional friends, allies, partners, but there is a huge defense component to the visit. The defense component will include deals that could be signed, particularly the naval version of Rafale. Even at the parade, Chetty, the rare honor of seeing 3 Indian Rafales fly with the French contingent and the tri-services contingent march at the Champs-Élysées with the other contingents from France, as also from maybe a few other countries in Europe. So a very important day and a very important visit, because there are going to be a lot of defense deals between the two countries, as also we are going to look at how the two countries are going to strengthen ties on the trade and commerce front as well.
The big one, of course, Geeta, seems to be the key defense deals. That's what we're picking up. Has India finalized all the groundwork for firming up the procurement of 26 naval variants of Rafale jets?
Well, it's almost final. Today, the Defense Acquisition Council will sit and the decision will be cleared here, whilst Prime Minister would be landing in France in some hours from now. And so the deal is done. It's all ready to be signed in France between the two countries. But before that, the Defense Acquisition Council, the DAC, sits today in India. The DAC has to sit and clear any such important decision by India to acquire weapon systems, and that's going to happen today. So all the nitty-gritties, the fine print, and all the details as to what is going to happen in terms of the acquisitions, what are India's requirements, all that has been looked into, taken care of. And once it is approved by DAC today, when Prime Minister reaches France today itself, and tomorrow the bilaterals take place, everything would be in place for the signatures and for the deal to be complete.
All right, Geeta, leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining us with the very latest details on the breaking news that is coming in. The Prime Minister to say Namaste France. The streets of Paris are abuzz with excitement for Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to France. Preparations are underway for the upcoming Bastille Day parade in Paris. France is all set to lay out the red carpet welcome for Prime Minister Modi. He is also going to be receiving the Tri-Services Guard of Honor at the airport. French President Emmanuel Macron will host a state banquet for Prime Minister Modi at the famous Louvre Museum. Prime Minister Modi is going to be the only dignitary present at the Bastille Day parade this year. India's Defence Ministry on Monday gave its initial approval to buy 26 Rafale fighter aircrafts and 3 Scorpene submarines from France. A deal for 26 more Rafales and 3 additional Scorpene submarines for the Indian Navy is likely to be announced during Modi's 2-day stay in Paris. Gaurav Samant is now joining us live for the latest on this. Gaurav, you broke the news about the grand welcome that France will accord to the Prime Minister when he lands. Macron literally rolling out the red carpet. What will happen once the Prime Minister lands in Paris?
So the red carpet has been laid out for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. There will be a Tri-Services Guard of Honor for the Prime Minister the moment he lands at the airport. It is a military airbase. We are told that the optics would be befitting a state visit. Both India and France, they're doing their best to send across the message that India and France together, especially as they celebrate 25 years of the strategic partnership, the aim is not just to send out a message to individuals and people in both the countries, but to send out a message to the world. Two independent-minded and free-thinking democracies are coming together to benefit each other and to benefit the world at large. So day one is all about the symbolism. Day one is all about optics. The French President Emmanuel Macron, he's also returning from the North Atlantic Treaty Organization summit, and all efforts are being made to send out that message that India and France are two very powerful democracies that will chart out the course that will benefit not just the global south, not just developing countries, but an independent, a strong independent voice that all sides of the conflict will have to hear, whether it's on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific Ocean. All sides will have to hear two powerful democracies. What we've been told is there is a state banquet. There is also a private dinner for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So when we talk about the state banquet, Louvre, the museum, everyone knows about this world-famous museum in France. That's actually being shut down for Prime Minister Narendra Modi's state banquet. The French President will actually show him around, and even the food that's been laid out. Now, remember, India is big about cuisines, and so is France. And the flavors of partnership, the flavors of strategic partnership will be visible, is what we've been told when it comes to the state banquet and, of course, the private dinner for the Prime Minister being hosted by the French President.